Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Ruto has been complaining about how African leaders are not being respected by the West. He went further even to talk about how 50 heads of states were transported in one bus. And his question was, what if we have an accident? What will happen to Africa? So yesterday, William Ruto attended the Pan-African Parliament in South Africa, where he issued a speech, of course repeating close to the same thing he has been talking about, which later earned him a standing ovation. Everyone was happy with this speech. They were on their feet, just recognizing him for what he stands for, and the fearless face he was able to show there in that event. And this is what he said. Let me just quote him. When the rest of world want to deal with the African, they invite 50 heads of state. Explain to me what kind of engagement are you going to get when 50 heads of state are sitting and are asking to speak for 1.5 minutes. You are going to get nothing. The best you can get is photographs. This is what made him to get the standing ovation. Now, Africa, a continent of 1.2 billion people and a GDP close to 2 trillion, find itself disadvantaged by the current UN Security Council configuration, a configuration that was established more than 80 years ago before World War II. That's what he said. It is therefore time to form the UN Security Council and change it from the excluding club of 5 permanent members to a more representative global council that work for the interest of the whole world. That means he's asking for additional more permanent members from Africa to be at the deciding table, which is true, which is making sense. But then Professor Mutahi Ngunyi also reacted to this, and in his reaction, he was actually supporting what was said, and he was even coming out with some of the examples of leaders, the past leaders, who had strong stand with, like what Ruto is having as of now, to do with the African position in the current political world. This is what he said. Like him, hate him, Ruto is the next Mugabe in Africa diplomacy. In a nice way, watching him addressing the UN Parliament, he was daring. His hustler diplomacy remind me of the frankness and the purity of our liberators, Sankara, Lumumba, Nkrumah. May he survive the voice of colonizers. That is Professor Mutahi Ngunyi for you. So you can see the examples he has given. Of course, most of those people are people who are fighting for liberation of Africa, though Ruto is yet to do anything to do with that. But then their ending was never good, because it was evidently clear that once you fight the West, or once they see you like a problem, they will deal with you as an individual, so that you will not continue to maybe change the mind of Africa or bring destruction on what their target is. The other person who was standing for Africa, it was, and Mutahi Ngunyi did not mention, I think the late president of Tanzania, Magufuli. Magufuli wanted an economy of Tanzania that will work for Tanzania rather than just depending on borrowing, which was good and was working for them. He was a man who was fighting corruption to the core. But he never survived. We don't know how he just never saw his second term in office coming to an end. But then the big issue is Kenyans' reaction. That is what matters a lot for me. Kenyans' reaction to that statement. People were responding, especially to Professor Mutahi Ngunyi's reaction. If you look on that, ni kama mafuta na maji. The other people who are giving William Ruto a standing ovation, if they read comments from Kenyans, and by the way, for you to know William Ruto, you must read the reaction from Kenyans. It explains who their president is, because they know him better. They have voted for him. We have those who do not vote for him, but they are seeing him in office, what he said, and what he has been able to do. Kenyans have been trying to compare William Ruto's speech because they know he's a good orator, but when it comes to implementation, it becomes a big problem. They are comparing that speech to 2017 campaign speech when he was giving promises. In 6 months' time, for those who remember, all the promises he was saying, it turned into hot air. Now he's in power. For that one, people could forgive him that, okay, it was Uhuru in power, but you are not in power, you are his deputy. Today you are in power. From Mama Mboga, 50 billion shillings to every village, free Wi-Fi, economy that will work for everyone, cost of living in terms of putting down the Bible and the price of unga coming to 70 shillings and all that. They remembered all this. And this, the reaction from Kenyans, I want to share with you. But again, before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. It has rated the reaction from Kenyans now. People are telling something here. Nobody beats our president in oratory skill. If he convinces hustlers kuwa atawapatia 50 billion na wakaamini, huyo ni mtu utacheza naye. Another one here. If naona amepeleka mdomo tamu majuu, ask us. We know. Tuliambiwa Biblia ikiweka chini, bei ya unga inaenda chini. Inaenda chini nayo. Apparently, Biblia haijawekwa chini. Ask us. Oh, okay. Captain anapata standing ovation, lakini kusimamisha uchumi is where he draws the line. Another one here. Highest Bank, you can't beat this man. PR game. Kennedy Nguri, everyone can recite a very good and memorized speech, but rolling it out is where Africa leaders have a phobia towards. Same with law formation, policies, plan and master plan, etc. Good on paper. Alchemist, if and only if, but all are the same, they can see his wrongs. Okay, Steve Kabuye, don't get overexcited. Even his best friend, M7, that is Museveni, was like that between 1986 and 1996. So now they are saying that this one will be Museveni of Kenya, who studied very well in Uganda. Then as of now, he is different. That's what one of the Kenyan is reacting there. Atoti, was it an ovation or taxation? You see now, they know him as a tax collector in Kenya. Okay. Alchemist, if and only if, oh, no, I've read this one, I don't want to repeat it. Okay, another one here. Alpha Kiprotich, talking sweet things while delivering bitter ones. Interesting. Boniface Mwangi, hawa hawajui huyu ni mzee wa maneno tamu tamu tu, alafu anawaramba haiye. Okay. Those are some of the comments from Kenyans. You can see, we can't read all of them, but Kenyans are not in agreement with William Ruto's statement. The reason is that they know him better, because they're trying to compare with what he said during campaign, and not long ago. Kenyans are talking just about 8 months ago, what he said and what he's delivering. So for him, he's a man who has nice speech. When it comes to PR, he's a good person. But then when it comes to putting on action what he's saying, it becomes something different. Ruto can recite good scripts. He can come and share with you. You will see like a Messiah has just come. You will see like this man has just come to save us. Like the way he looked at Mama Mboga. Mama Mboga believed 100% their savior is now on earth. But little they knew that Ruto is an enemy of the economy that was working for poor, for Mama Mboga, for Boda Boda, and for the people referred to as hustlers. Today, he is working for the rich. He talked about position sharing. Mnataka serikali ambayo itawafanyia kazi ama serikali ya kugawa vyeo? Watu wakasema serikali ya kufanyia wananchi kazi. So hii serikali ya Ruto number 1 ilikuwa ya kugawa vyeo. So you see, that's Ruto for you. He will always have a good speech. He will be that good man when it comes to speaking. But African leaders should know that Ruto is a liar back here in Kenya. The rest of Africans who are celebrating William Ruto's speech, they should know that Ruto has had ever best speech here in Kenya, but again, it has all remained to be hot air. Don't be misled with his speech. That is Ruto for you. Thank you, and see you in our next video.